The Boss's Boots by Henry Lawson. The shearers squint along the pens, they squint along the Ĺshoots. The shearers squint along the board to catch the Bossĺs' boots. They have no time to straighten up, they have no time to stare. But when the boss is looking on, they like to be aware. The Ĺrouserڵ has no soul to save. Condemn the rouseabout, and sling Ĺem in, and rip Ĺem through, and get the bell sheep out, and skim it by the tips at times, or take it with the roots, but Ĺpinkĺ Ĺem nice and pretty when you see the Bossĺs' boots. The shearing super sprained his foot, as bosses sometimes do, and wore, until the shed cut out, one Ĺside-springĺ in one shoe. And though he changed his pants at times, some worn out and some neat, no Ĺtigerڵ there could possibly mistake the Bossĺs' feet. The boss affected larger boots than many Western men, and Jim the Ringer swore the shoe was half as big again. And tigers might have heard the boss ere any harm was done, for when he passed it was a sort of dot and carry one. But now there comes a picker-up who sprained his ankle, too, and limping round the shed he found the Bossĺs' cast-off shoe. He went to work, all legs and arms, as greenhand rousers will, and never dreamed of Bossĺs' boots, much less of Bougainville. Ye sons of sin that tramp and shear in hot and dusty scrubs, just keep away from Ĺtigerڵ Ĺem, and keep away from pubs, and keep away from handicaps, for so you're sugar scoots, and you may own a station yet and wear the Bossĺs' boots. And Bogan by his mate was heard to mutter through his hair, Elth boss has got a rat today. Hell's buckanal everywhere, Lel's trainanal for a bike, I think, the way he comes anal scoots. Lel's like a bloominal cat on mud the way he shifts his boots. Now Bougainville was shearing rough and chanced to cut a teat. He stuck his leg in front at once, and slewed the ewe a bit. He hurried up to get her through, when, close beside his chute, he saw a large and ancient shoe, in mateship with a boot. He thought that hell'd be fined all right, he couldn't turn the lie. The more he wished the boss away, the more he wouldn't go. And Bogan swore immenfully, beneath his breath he swore, and he was never known to Ĺpinkĺ so prettily before. And Bogan through his bristling scalp in his mindl's eye could trace the cold, sarcastic smile that lurked about the Bossĺs' face. He cursed him with a silent curse in language known to few, he cursed him from his boot right up, and then down to his shoe. But while he shore so mighty clean, and while he screened the teat, he fancied there was something wrong about the Bossĺs' feet. The boot grew unfamiliar, and the odd shoe seemed awry, and slowly up the trouser went the tail of Boganel's eye, then swiftly to the features from a plaited green hide belt. You'd have to ring a shed or two to feel as Bogan felt, for Elt was his green hand picker-up, who wore a vacant look. And Bogan saw the boss outside consulting with his cook. And Bogan Bill was hurt and mad to see that rouseabout, and Bogan laid his Ĺrouserڵ down and knocked that rouser out. He knocked him right across the board, he tumbled through the chute. Lil learn the fool, said Bogan Bill, Elto flash the Bossĺs' boot. The rouser squints along the pens, he squints along the chutes, and gives his men the office when they miss the Bossĺs' boots. They have no time to straighten up, they too well bred to stare, but when the boss is looking on they like to be aware. The rouser has no soul to lose, it'll blarst the rouseabout. And rip Ĺem through and yell for Ĺtigerڵ and get the bell sheep out, and take it with the scum at times or take it with the roots, but Ĺpinkĺ Ĺem nice and pretty when you see the Bossĺs' boots.